Hey guys, welcome back to ForeverAfterReacts. Today we'll be checking out the top 10 cartoon examples of the Mandela effect. This is not brought to you by, but Watch Mojo. Big fan of theirs. I've watched their content for a lot of years, and they come out with a bunch of content that I think that reacting to would be kind of cool. But Mandela effects in general, I think, are cool. I think I've done a video on it before about Mandela effects. I'm not 100% sure, but there's gonna be someone here that hopefully that I can't. Like that I didn't know, and yeah, kind of get my reaction to it as it's live. So let's just get into it. Oh, that's already one of them. If you guys have seen any of Peacemaker episode 3, I think they actually talked about this, which I don't remember watching the show because I was 9 to 10 years old whenever this came out. But Berenstein is where I think the E-I, not the A-N. So that's already one that I'm wrong on, so there's that.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cartoon examples of the Mandela effect.
Come on, let's get some good ones.
For this list, we're going over some of the most bizarre instances of...
I saw the, which I guess that's already an indicator, the thumbnail of the video shows Pikachu here with either a black tail or a non-black tail, which I think I invented him with a black tail, just part of it.
False
but
memories related to
I guess
animated
it's not.
shows and their characters. If there's a cartoon Mandela effect you could have
Raggy?
sworn was on our list in this reality, please share your conspiracies in the comments.
Let's hear it.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure...
No, sorry, I don't. My screen changed, I know, I'm sorry.
Number
But we're
10,
back.
Snoopy's Tail, the Peanuts franchise. Charlie Brown's dog Snoopy is one of the
What
most
about it?
iconic cartoon characters of the 20th century.
Now be a good dog and go home.
Did not see this movie.
So one would think every detail of such a memorable character would stand out in people's minds. But when you picture Snoopy's tail, what does it look like? Is it white like the rest of his body, or is it a single black line?
Thanks, old pal.
As it turns out,
I don't-
his tail has indeed been white since he first appeared in early comic strips.
It's nice. I wish whenever they did this, like, I guess this only caters toward like reaction channels, but I wish they would say, hey, we're talking about Snoopy. Was, his tail this or this? And then actually go into it. Like, instead of saying, like, oh, it's about Snoopy's tail, but I don't know what, was it this or how you remembered it. I honestly don't remember, because the Peanuts were kind of before my time, too, a little bit. Like, I don't even know if I remember watching it, but I always knew what it was, especially, like, in the comics, Peanuts. But, yeah, I didn't have an answer. I mean, I think I would assume that it was just a black line.
and
but
cartoons. But
I don't know.
there are those who recall it being black instead.
You must think I'm stupid. Oh, come on, Charlie Brown.
Oh, no, don't
While
whiff
it
the football.
would certainly be easier to draw a single dark line, Snoopy has always rocked a white tail.
Maybe in the comics it's different. I don't know.
Number 9, Smokey Bear, various PSAs. If you live in the United States and have been around for the last half century, you probably recognize a certain Smokey Bear.
We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says.
Drown your campfires with water.
He's the mascot character created by
Not
the U.S.
gasoline.
Forest Service to warn people about wildfires and forest fires. But while only you can prevent forest fires, one thing you can't prevent is confusion over Smokey's name.
Smokey Bear works very hard in the forests, but he needs our help.
Contrary to the belief of many, his name isn't Smokey the Bear. It's just Smokey Bear. Maybe
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the question was. Whenever they kept saying Smokey Bear, I was like, it's Smokey the Bear, but that just kind of answered itself.
people have added
I'm
a
0 for 3,
the
I guess.
to differentiate Smokey from humans with the same name.
Smokey's dead.
Smokey the Bear?
Smokey Robinson.
Or did the word simply go up in smoke over the years? While we might be unsure
Smokey Bear,
about
yeah,
his
I didn't-
name, we definitely know what he's all about.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
Number 8, Cruella's last name, 101
DeVille.
Dalmatians. Disney has a huge roster of memorable villains in its animated films. One of these is Cruella, a heartless
Cruella
socialite willing
Deville.
to harm dogs just
What-
to
I don't know
create
what-
a coat
what it-
out of their fur.
The
When can the
or
puppies
is.
leave their mother? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Her motivations are as memorable as her on-the-nose last name. We all remember saying Cruella Deville and realizing it was just a not-so-subtle way to say, wait, what's that? Cruella's last name is literally just Devil with a space in the middle?
Cruella Deville, Cruella Deville. If she doesn't scare you, no evil
Then nobody
thing
will? Oh.
And it's always been that way? Honestly, maybe we thought it was DeVille because that's an actual surname and the name of a car.
The garage is empty, but there is a Cadillac DeVille registered to Patrick Gates.
Or maybe something else is afoot. Either way, the DeVille is in the details.
Oh, you're going straight to hell for that one.
Number 7.
I know that, like my mom sent me a link about whenever the new movie Cruella came out, whatever it was called. I don't know if it was just Cruella. But they were talking about devil within it, but I wish they had actually showed the spelling of it. Like, I mean, I thought it was Deville. I mean, that's how you pronounce it, but it's D space evil, aka devil.
7. Tweedledee and Tweedledum's hats. Alice in Wonderland.
What about their
Disney,
hats?
The bizarre and beautiful Alice in Wonderland has a few Mandela effects to its name as well.
But I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. Most everyone's mad here.
As tempting as it was to discuss how the Cheshire Cat never says, "We're all mad here," we elected to talk about the wardrobe of two of Wonderland's residents.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
If you think we're wax you ought to pay, you know.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum are two twins who can come off as rather annoying. They also wear very distinctive hats. However, what's on top of those hats is a matter of some debate.
What is it?
While the original footage indicates that the duo wears flags atop their headwear, plenty of people seem to think that Tweedledee and Tweedledum's hats have propellers on them. Talk about throwing you for a spin.
What good is a computer without...
Oh, okay. Took me a second to actually figure out what they meant.
Number 6.
But again, I guess I'm going to do this the whole video. Like, I wish they would say, was it this or was it this? Because I don't know what it is. Shaggy's Adam's apple. I assume it means did he have one or not in the show? I don't see it there, so I guess it's a no. But I could picture him having one.
Shaggy's Adam's apple, the Scooby-Doo franchise. Norval Shaggy Rogers is like the best friend of talking Great Dane Scooby-Doo and part of a gang of mystery solvers. He and every member of the gang have pretty distinctive looks. We all know Shaggy is a tall and lanky fellow with a green shirt, brown bell-bottoms, and a pronounced Adam's apple.
The dog nappers have struck again.
That's very odd.
The prize dog kidnapped in the last 3 days.
Wow, like a canine crime wave.
But the last characteristic isn't as intrinsic to his look as you might think. While Shaggy has occasionally been depicted with a very notable one, it's not a consistent part of his design.
Now, folks, I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation.
Why so many of us are convinced that an Adam's apple has always been key to drawing him is one mystery.
Like, it'd be nice too if they showed like a picture before and after of like what you think it is and what it is. Like, I've seen other pictures like that just on different things. I mean, like the Berenstain bears. Like, I've seen 2 pictures, like, oh, which one it is? Which one is it? And it's like, you should be like, oh, hey, it's this one or that one, but this one is just, you have to kind of make it up in your head. Kind of harder to do.
Well, gang, looks like we have a mystery on our hands.
Number 5, the Flintstones, the Flintstones franchise.
Okay, yeah, I knew this one. Let's see, the Flintstones.
The modern Stone Age family from the town of Bedrock has been a cultural touchstone for over half a century. But what their surname is depends on who you ask.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, they're the modern Stone Age family.
I love whenever you catch people in like a Mandela effect. Like, the obvious ones like Star Wars, like, Luke, I am your father. Like, that's not correct. Or like American Idol, where, what is his name? I'm looking at him. I can see him. I just can't think of his name. But where people say, it's no for me, dog. I don't guess like he's ever said that, but it's just like something. It's like something's wrong with the Matrix, man. Where you've heard it, but it's not actually correct. I don't freaking know.
For years, some people have insisted that the Flintstones used to be called the Flintstones. This belief persisted even though their theme song repeats the sharp T pronunciation. To be fair, we can see how kids might have dropped the T in Flint because it was easier to say. But maybe there's another explanation. Perhaps the mischievous Great Gazoo changed Fred, Wilma, and Pebble's last names just to mess with us.
Flintstone and Rubble? You thought my name was funny.
Number 4. Looney Tunes. The Looney Tunes franchise.
Yeah, I can see where this was the best of too,
about
which I would assume it'd be the OO.
We have to bring up Looney Tunes.
What's up, Doc?
They've been around in one form or another for nearly 100 years. Despite their pedigree, though, some believe that the title of the storied franchise has been changed in a subtle way. Some believe that it used to be Looney Tunes with 2 O's instead of a U.
Another one is like a picture of the Fruit Loops, how it's spelled. Is it the fruit? Is it F-R-O-O-T or F-R-U-I-T? Yeah, maybe that's it.
Mandela effect is pretty understandable since Tunes, T-O-O-N-S, and Tunes, T-U-N-E-S, are pronounced the same but spelled differently. However, their title has always had a musical ring to it. If you're still having trouble believing this one, just remember that some of your favorite Looney Tunes characters appeared in Merry Melodies shorts.
Guess it's about time to use a little strategy.
Number 3. Pikachu's Tail, the Pokemon franchise.
Pikachu.
Pikachu has served as the
you can see the black end of his tail,
mascot
though.
of the massive Pokemon franchise for a long time now. However, like many entries on this list, the true appearance of this species is shockingly different in some people's memories.
Oh, hi, Pikachu!
Pika.
While Pikachus are mostly yellow, they have black accents on their ears.
Pika. Pikachu.
Did you guys ever watch Pikachu or Pokemon? Never have seen Pokemon. Wasn't allowed to growing up. Never have seen it. I know not too long ago I watched one of the movies because there's a girl that wanted to watch it, so we watched it. But other than that, I know, like, I played Pokemon Go, so like I know some of their names, but I've never seen the show.
But some fans remember Pikachu having a similar black mark on its tail. This would make for a certain symmetrical design. And on top of that, some Pikachu do have a black mark on their tails, but the original one from the early anime and games is pretty yellow.
All right.
Well, that's not really fair.
Color me intrigued.
Number 2, Mirror Mirror.
Oh, is it Mirror Mirror or Magic Mirror on the Wall? I think it's where they're going with this.
Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. There's a lot about the original Disney animated feature that you may not remember or may think.
I'm pretty sure it's Magic Mirror on the Wall.
On the wall.
In Hi-Ho, many people thought Off to Work We Go was repeated many times. But the lyric Home from Work We Go is what's really repeated.
Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho.
I don't think I've seen this movie either.
The biggest Snow White discrepancy revolves around what the evil queen says to the magic mirror. You'd think it was mirror, mirror on the wall, right? Well, yes and no.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, is this not the most perfect kingdom of them all?
The original Brothers Grimm translation into English has the words as mirror, mirror. But the Disney movie that many of us watched features the queen saying magic mirror on the wall.
Magic mirror on the wall.
I do know that one.
Who is the fairest one of all?
Why didn't that enchanted piece of furniture tell us about this? Before we continue, be sure to
Number
subscribe
one, what's
to
it
our
gonna be?
channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the Berenstain Bears, the Berenstain Bears franchise. One of the most famous
Say
Mandela
what?
effects is about a children's cartoon and book series.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
Mama,
Papa,
sister, brother.
we appreciate each
That kind
other.
of sucks that we went back to
Normally,
this
the
one
family
after
of
it
bears has spent
it started off the
lessons in
video
all ages.
as this.
Disliking different things. It's all part of what makes each of us special.
But the most
But
mind-blowing
yeah,
knowledge
again,
they
like
ever
if you watch Peacemaker on HBO Max, they did talk about this in the 3rd episode, so that's kind of funny. But there we go. That was the top 10 cartoon examples of the Mandela effect. So how many of you guys knew these, didn't know these, news to you, things like that? You guys can let me know in the comments. Anything else that you guys want me to react to, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm sorry I complained so much in this video. There's certain things that I'd like to change, but that's just me. But yeah, I'm ForeverAfterReacts, aka Nick. I hope you guys have a good day.